Hi, everybody. This is the Empress, and I'm beginning to really get the whole story here. Now, I have been through a long journey here with this stolen inheritance and these persons that claim to be family and coworkers. Now, I have been dealing with a lot of these coven people who have only used, their wickedness to do things towards me. And I feel that, a lot of this journey has been on a learning experience, and it's been very intense because in my life, I have never seen so much thievery and lies and deceitful people that have, been lingering in my life without me knowing and without me knowing, of the past and what these people were doing. And a lot of this has to do with people who have known me from when I was young in the past. Now, these people I have discovered, of course, that they have hidden so many secrets in regards to my life. And I find it very disappointing how long they have kept these secrets and have done a good job to hide what they have been hiding for 40 years. Now, I found this inheritance through my own intuition and my own gut feelings since I was small. Now, I have always had my life has always been, like a mystery to myself. And, when I always felt like this ever since I was small, and I always had a goal and a journey to search why my life felt like a mystery. So, I've had, my own intuition for many years, and I have always known something, in my life was missing. And I feel like, I have gone through a lot of suffering because of these kind of people, especially when it comes to this couple, these two people who have claimed to be parents, and they're not my parents. And I feel like these people have no rights whatsoever, and they don't. I don't know how people think that it's okay because they have stolen my inheritance since my father passed away in 1982. They knew very well they were supposed to hand it to me, and they didn't, and they knew what they were doing because all this, in regards to the past and the current inheritance. There's been more than two, three, four inheritance that were supposed to be given to me. And these people feel like, they have some right. And these people have no right, because these people are not the kind to follow, procedures in court or the truth or do things legally. These people don't operate this way. These people think that they have some kind of right, controlling another person's life. And they have no right. They have no right whatsoever, especially of what they have taken. You know, these people have really past their limits, I mean, even God sees, what they have done and what they are doing now. And all they have done is just continuously and constantly commit fraud and continuous lying in regards to this large sum of money that was supposed to come to me. And you got to be honest here. These people are not just going to hand over a large sum of money and without a fight. Now, get real here, and I'm not going to deal with these kind of people or tolerate their threats or their tactics in thinking they're going to harm me, but then you need to understand that these big parents and these family members have only orchestrated, you know, false documents, false reports, false intentions, and have literally left me without zero finances. And it's very sad how, these people turned out to be. They made it very difficult for me. Yes, they have. And it's very hurtful of all the things I have to bear and listen to. It's just stupid how adult people in our government have to act the way they do. And I really feel bad for our government who has allowed these people to work in this agency and behave the way they have. It doesn't even go beyond the idea of this agency, it goes within deeper in the government. Now, I have been dealing with a lot of, coven people who have just, you know, live on this voodoo crap. And they don't do nothing right in this agency because they have only stolen this agency and stolen this inheritance, and this agency defrauded me. And it's really a shame how people like these fake parents who claim to be parents and all they know how to do is backstab a person. You see, this couple who claim to be my parents are not my parents. These people have lied to the government. They have lied in regards to who this legacy really belongs to. They've lied completely to Congress. They've lied to family members of what they've done, and they have lied to the IRS. They've lied to Social Security. All these people have only used this stolen inheritance it, and use it as they were using this agency for the good. No, but once these people got a hold of this stolen inheritance, which, number one, involves publishing clearinghouse, and I'm never going to change of what has happened. This has been a big thievery. And, if people want to believe me or not, but publishing clearinghouse was involved. Who knows, you know, what their involvement was, but I do know that they're involved and they had no right to hand over my father's legacy to people that were against me. They put this situation in the matter of people who literally never wanted me to get it. So, their connection to Publishing Clearinghouse was all orchestrated, and it was planned and plotted since the very beginning of this whole situation. I find it very deceiving, very backstabbed by a gaming company that has participated in this corrupted situation with this agency. Now, I don't want to bring nobody down. I don't want to, say this and that, but I'm telling the facts here. And the facts is that these people have orchestrated and connected with Publishing Clearinghouse, and they got what they wanted that didn't belong to them. Now, I am trying to clarify this shit because, what right did they have to pay off a friend of my son's to come and feel as if he was helping search for items and searching for things in my legacy and saying that they're doing it for me? And what was the idea of this person and PCH when they took my older son to Publishing Clearinghouse to see my items? I mean, what was this? Was this a a situation where they were just throwing my items in my face? They had their nerve to take my son to the headquarters and show him valuables and things that belonged to me as a child and items that are personal. This company was holding documentations that pertain to the government, that was pertaining to my father's legacy, pertaining to my grandmother's legacy. This was an ancestral inheritance that is serious because, these people got a hold of government documents that they shouldn't be holding. These people got a hold of security documents that were social security documents that these people shouldn't be having in regards to my finances. These people have taken, bonds and deeds that don't belong to them. And these deeds are properties of military and property that belongs to my father and my grandmother and my uncle and my great-great-grandfather. These people have abused each state to the fullest degree of corruption and community disaster. They've taken these documents, they've taken these paperworks, and used it for themselves in communities to pretend as if this finances, this property, and this money belongs to them. And what they have done to the community of Ohio, Florida, and Texas is ridiculous. A lot of these people have, literally lied about a lot of things, especially when it comes to this inheritance. Now, it doesn't make sense how people think that they can claim, an inheritance and then divide it among other people. I mean, my rights, my birthrights, my civil rights, my liberty rights, my employment rights, everything has been violated to the point where it's just very disappointing to even call this agency an agency. Now, when they stole this home, and this business and this large sum of money, you know, they advertised it on YouTube as if it was nothing. And these people have been doing this past 4 years. But the reality of this, I didn't know. All I knew in my life is that my life was a mystery, and a part of me was missing, and I felt out of place because my energy and my spirit was being used in another set and form of living. What makes you think that God put me here for? He put me here because he wanted me to see what people were doing behind my back since I was a child. And you need to understand that I connected to this inheritance because it's mine. It was rightfully mine since I was young. It was my birthright. This legacy is a generational wealth. This is supposed to be given to me a long time ago, and they decided to keep it for themselves. These people have violated so much of my life, and I'm already 60 years old. And, I feel that I've been cheated for over 40 years of my life. These people have been living my life. They have been pretending to be the privileged lady. They have been pretending and using my father's name and has abused it as if they're the wealthy man. A lot of people took parts of my life and used it in a really bad way. I have never seen these people in my life, and I have never been around these people whatsoever. I've been for the last, since I've started this journey in writing about this inheritance, on YouTube, 4 years ago. And I did speak about what these people had done years ago, and I never got help. I never thought that my own government would betray me the way they did. I never thought that a agency is not even monitored. And it's not monitored by, higher ups, executives. These people have allowed this agency to be abused. And the people who have abused it is, Mrs. Archuleta and her husband, Mr. Gonzalez. I mean, these people have been living such a good life for the last 40 years. And everything these people have done is just fraud. But these people have used me, my father, and other members of a legacy to gain what they have now. These people cheated. They cheated their way up. They cheated their way up no matter what it took to steal that money from my father or my grandmother or my uncle. These people who have organized and orchestrated this situation was because Mrs. Archuleta stowed a lot from me. She was claiming to be matriarch. She placed my legacy in the government, lied to the government, and didn't tell them the truth of where these funds were coming from. Now, if these people have been using this legacy for years when they had no rights to use it, that means they have fraudulently been forging my signature, my father's signature, and forging documentations that they have no right to. Now, anything that belongs to my father, anything that is his legacy, is pretty much showing up in the newspapers. A lot of this has become ancestral discrimination when it comes to me. And I call it ancestral discrimination because these people are rooted in Colorado. And, these people are Hispanic, just like I am. And what these people don't get is, they discriminate on their own kind of people and roots where they come from. Now, I find it so deceiving how people who have never been in my life think that they had a right to use me the way they did without my knowledge and permission. And what really freaks me out is how the state, the Federal Reserve, this agency, and other state of Colorado, how they knew about it and allowed these people to continue forging and using people only to prosper and gain for the community and for themselves. You see, these people have not only affected the government because of their conduct and their behavior, they have literally have shown that they are against the United States. They haven't been for the people. They haven't been for nobody but themselves. These people have literally stolen from our own government and have only used businesses for their bad corruption ways in regards to children. Now, I've had enough with these people. I feel like these people had no right to take my inheritance and put it in another case that I have nothing to do with. These people really have their nerve to connect this inheritance to another court, another case that I have nothing to do with, that other case. These people have only tried to set me up, have used threatening tactics to scare me, have used, men to try to bait me. But it's not only that. I've learned, that there's some good people out there, and I know the good and bad. But the bad ones are the ones that are a part of this. And it's really crazy how, you know, we've been on this journey for such a long time. And, I didn't even know who this Aries was. I didn't know who this Taurus was. I didn't know who any of these zodiac signs were back 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't know. All I know and all I felt was that the gut feeling was that it was being spoken on YouTube for several years, as if they were giving themselves away, as if they wanted me to catch on it. My spirit caught on it a long time ago. But you need to understand that I didn't know everything about my father. All I know is that I know who my father is. I've done my DNA, and I had a father-daughter relationship with him until I was about 11 years old. After 1975, I never saw my father again. 7 years later, in 1982, he passed away. Now, who knows what these people have done to my family? Because these people are not my family. These people are not my parents. They're not my biological parents. And they had nothing to do with my adoption. They had nothing to do with the arrangement my father made with my adopted parents. And I'm very fortunate that my father placed me and made sure that I had good adopted parents, which he was partners with my adopted parents. You see, these people act as if they know what happened in my life, and they don't know shit. My father had taken some time in his life to invest in me when I was small. And, if you hear my story, I was loved by him. I was loved by him in a way where he tried to spoil me in a different form, and, I don't consider myself as a spoiled brat because, you know, being spoiled is when you live constantly in a privileged environment. Well, I haven't lived in a privileged environment all my life because these people decided that they didn't want me to receive it. Nor this aunt, nor this uncle, or this fake mother who claimed to be my mother, which she's not my mother. Because this lady doesn't show up on my DNA. Even though she is rooted in Colorado, doesn't give her any rights to think she's my mother. Now, she always hated me because she didn't like my father investing in me. None of these family members liked my father either. And from what my energies and what I have saw in my visions of my father, these people hated him. You know, these people didn't give him a chance to live. They literally abused him as an elder. Who knows? But I do know that, these people feel because I wasn't never around these people, that's the reason why they take advantage of me. It's because, I'm not around them. And it's easy for them to take advantage of a person and use another person. And that's exactly what Mrs. Archuleta has done for the last 40 years. Even longer. Who knows? But she has been living as a privileged lady, which she had no right. But this lady, you know, is very corrupted and very mean and very evil. You know, I didn't think this person was going to turn out to be this way, even though in my own gut feeling and knowing that she always hated me. But see, you need to understand that God gave her a chance to repent of what she was doing in the past, as well as others. But you need to understand that during this journey, they have decided to stick to their devil worshiping, their coven, their their groupie, their congregation, their church of devil worship. Now, please forgive me. I'm not talking about all churches or other religions. I'm talking about this certain matter with people who have only used my property, my deeds, and the church in this community for their own wrongdoing. And all the people that have been doing this are right in front of our faces. And what I don't understand is how a lot of these government officials, not only this agency, but many people in the government and the Congress and even the presidency are all involved. And, it's really heartbreaking how I see my government, involved in this huge, great fortune thievery. It's really sad and disappointed how my own government has deceived me the way they have. And for my lineage to be used to support these people and give them the life that they want and the money they all have stolen in regards to property, land, historic land, which I have every right to talk about. Because this is what you call ancestral discrimination. When my own government can't accept that there really is a Queen of America. You know, a lot of us who are royalty still are hidden in our United States. And a lot of people have only tried to take it and don't want to believe that there's missing royalty, and that is me. And it still exists. And I find it very hurtful that you people think that I don't know what's going on. And I do know what's going on because I've seen it, I've heard it, and I felt it. And I haven't responded because, you know, I don't need to be dealing with people that I haven't even been around. I have never been around. For an example, you know, this so-called Libra, who is the son of Mrs. Archuleta, who claims to be a son. But these people are more like husband and wife, you know. And, you know, I don't appreciate this Libra man thinking, you know, that it's okay what he did. You know, I don't know what these people think, but they have forced too many things that I don't accept. And I find this to be a very extremely serious matter that I am not going to accept. You see, a lot of these people are trying to bring in money that they say that they're bringing in to give me. Okay, you know, I agree. You know, I need my money. But, you know, you need to understand that this matter and this situation has been based on lies and fraud. And these people have only lied about so many things in regards to marriage and relationship, which I never have consented to any marriage within this family or group. You know, that's what makes me really mad is how people think it's okay to go behind a person's back and think that it's okay to file fraudulent marriage papers and then think that they could come and think I'm going to accept that. You know, I find this situation to be really wrong, especially when people do things behind one's back and doesn't get my permission. Now, the point here is that I don't accept what they're doing. And it's not what I want, and I'm not going to give one shit because, you know, I find this project to be inappropriate, on justice, unfair, and very, very nasty. And I find it very disturbing how these people like to only invade in a person's life like it's okay. Now, you know, the way these people have invaded was very bad and beyond in what normal people do. So, at this time, I don't believe these people are so called normal in their conduct and behavior in any workplace. But honestly, the factor here is that I wasn't working for these people. I was here to investigate for my ancestors, and I pretty much learned and discovered what these people have been doing in regards to my legacy for the last 40, 50 years. And from what I have analyzed and what I have observed, is that, once my father passed away in 82, these people thought it was okay to give out money as if it was nothing, give out resources as if it was nothing, overindulge as if it was nothing, travel around the world as if it was nothing. Nothing but hypocrites here. Because, our own government has violated a lot of my father's rights in this legacy, and it's just not right anymore. I find it very disappointing how, they have, knowing of this lineage, knowing of what's going on, and knowing who I am. Now, I don't have to sit here and pretend like they don't know, and they do know. And my own government hasn't even stepped in to stop these motherfuckers. Now, I've been taken advantage of by my own government, and it's very disturbing to see how this was allowed. I'm only one person, and we got the whole entire world around me. And people like this allow this shit. I mean, what is our government coming to, really? I could sit here and I could show everyone what the government really is. But they have demonstrated themselves. And I speak with the heart of my ancestry. These people, in regards to this Taurus who lied on TikTok and has only pretended as if he's a good standing citizen. And the point of all this is this person has literally stole a lineage of my grandmother, who is also connected to my father. And this lineage has to do with the government. And this person has got a hold of it because, like I said, these people used Publishing Clearinghouse with their widespread voodoo, and it worked. They got away with it. This is a serious matter because we're talking about government documents that these people have gotten a hold of, have literally taken over cities, have literally taken over my treasury in Ohio. Now, who was my grandmother? Well, my grandmother was the Queen of America. They loved her in Missouri. She was favorite there. Now, these people have decided, and knowing that this inheritance was supposed to be delivered and celebrated, but instead these people decided to keep it for themselves. This agency has been nothing but hell for me. I have never seen so much destruction and corruption in my life. And, you got to take a look at this. These people think that they control a person's life. And because these people have my finances, no, baby, these people don't control my life. Even though they have done everything they could to try and do it. I have had enough with this lady. I've had enough with this fake father who is an uncle and not my father. The reason why these people have done this to me is because I learned that these people were using me and using my finances and living my life for over 40 years. Now these people had never thought I would find out. But the situation with good and evil is existing at this moment. Dealing with the evil has been a side of me that I saw right through. I have seen the light, and I've seen the light in behalf of my ancestry and my father. And I've seen the darkness that my ancestors had to be put in. And I have never experienced people who had been in a cult. I have never had to deal with people like this. And I have never lived like this. And I'm so tired of these kind of people who think, they can believe whatever they want. But, when people like this think that a person who believes in God is going to conform to their stupidity. Now, my Lord has really opened my eyes to these kind of people, and it's very wrong of what these people like to do. But right now, what I'm dealing with is these kind of people who think after what they have done to me and have literally have lived a good life for the last 4 years off me and have only taken advantage of me because I have been out of the picture. We have seen, and I recall a lot of things on this journey. And a lot of this problems that these people do are illegal. And, I want to do things the correct way. I want to do things the right way. And I want to believe that things will be done in the right way. as far as I'm concerned for myself. Because I find these people to be very unlawful and like to do things illegal. And I find these people who there's a lot of people involved in these hands that they were given by these fake parents. Now, dealing with this, I need to make clear that this Libra person. Now, this person has lied. He has shitted out of his own mouth because, I am so tired of people like this Libra who claims to be a family member and who is not my brother, and he's a cousin. But in the eyes of this fake mother, she claims he's my brother. Well, he's not my brother and she's not my mother. So, I just don't like when people think that their lies about me is going to pass. Because this person has used my finances, has claimed to be a part of fishery and who claims to manage estate planning. This person has used my resources, has traveled around the world because of my resources, things that were supposed to be given to me. My housing, my properties I'm supposed to work on. This person is battling with me because, he is falsely claiming children. Now, and falsely claiming a marriage. All I have to say is that this person has clearly lied. Nobody has never been in a relationship with this person. I have never lived or I have never been around him. And, I really dislike people who think that they could battle and fight for child support. Now, what do I got to do with your child support? I have nothing to do with your child support. I don't know what this person thinks, but I have never been in a relationship with him. I have never had children by any of these fools. And, it makes me think, what has this fake mother done? What has this woman done? Because this woman has invaded and tampered in my medical history. When this lady has no business in my life, period. This lady has caused so much problems for me. And all she has done was pay people to do her dirty work, just like this fake father. Now, I'm very disappointed also because, these people have used fake marriages against me as if I was married to them. And it's marriage fraud. These people think that it was okay to do that, to access my finances, access my assets. Now, a lot of this has just been overwhelming because, it's really sad how Publishing Clearinghouse, along with this family, what they have done. What was sentimental to me was they were holding crowns of mine since I was small. And it's really sad when people think that they could take something and strip me from my own belongings. I mean, you sit here and you're like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Because, nothing what these people are doing is right. And I find this Libra man who thinks, that he's doing something for me, and nobody is doing nothing for me. When I say that, it's because, why they wait 4 or 5 years later to do something for me? Why did they wait 4 to 5 years to try to have a union? Why did they waited so fucking long? Well, I suffered without a home, without my finances, and without my business. And the point of this is that these people ignored me as if I didn't exist. They treated me wrong as if I wasn't nothing. They went and enjoyed themselves as if it was their life. This wasn't all because of the money or the material things. It comes from being a human, and acting like a human, not like a narcissistic bitches like you people really are. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend your little stories because you people have used your little witchy poo voodoo bullshit for way too long. And your witchcrafts about me being in love with somebody is a fucking lie. I'm not in love with any of you people. And at this point, I don't give a shit if you're my soulmate or a longtime partner. I just don't deal with that anymore. It's okay to understand that some of this exists, but you take it too far. I'm tired of this marriage, this partnership. I never chose anybody to be a partner. I never chose anybody to get married. I never chose anybody. And what I don't like is people thinking they can do whatever they please. Example like this Libra, who has, initially have created an agenda in regards to a union. Now tell me, why would I be in a union with you when I never agreed? Why would I be in a union for a partnership that I never agreed? Why would I go into a union of a marriage that I don't even want? You see, the point is with these people is they continuously doing what they want to do. And this is a waste of money and a waste of time because, you people should have given me my money 4 years ago when I needed it to organize my life and make it better in order to have a fucking union. No, but see, these people have decided, oh, I have a union because I want to have a union. But then these people expect me to show up like Cinderella in the dungeon, right, you motherfuckers? You people think that keeping all my money, my assets, and all that from me all these years, and then think that you're going to act as if there's going to be a union when you know very well that there's not. You know very well that you're setting this up as if I'm going to be there when you know very well I'm not. And you know very well that you're not going to deliver my money and you're not going to deliver anything because it's all set up to be a fraud, to escape and impersonate as if I'm there and impersonate like I'm going to travel with you. And tell me, people say travel. Okay, now, the way these people have presented themselves is thinking there's going to be a new start. Now, there's an issue here, and there's a problem with these people because, anybody who gave one fuck about me would have gave my fucking money to me 4 years ago for I could prepare my life, do what I have to do for myself, for I could do better and help you motherfuckers. But you fuckers decided to take my money, do whatever you want, divide it among others as if it was yours, and it's not fucking yours. That's what you people have done. And so don't come and say that you fucking people gave me money because none of you fuckers have given me one fucking dollar. Not even this fucking mother, this fucking uncle, or the stupid aunt who has literally lied on probate papers that I have died. Now tell me, Aurora, why would you do that? Because you were a part of Publishing Clearinghouse taking from them. You took what belongs to me from them because they gave it to you. You people have also stowed bonds and property. These people have established fictitious businesses in regards to my name. these people have used me in another business in Washington regarding claims about conservatorship. Now, these people have used the name that my father gave me and they have used it everywhere. And I even have about 8 people who are dabble dingers or dabble dickers, whatever they fucking call them. A lot of these women have been using my name. This aunt has been using my name. This niece has been using my name. And all these other people in regards to Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, all you people have been using this legacy as if it's yours, and it's not yours. Now, I'm not going to deal with nobody coming towards me, because, this Aries has shown a repeated stupidity when it comes to money. Now, this person has done this for years, where he has literally has lied in regards to money. This is what I don't like about these people. They talk too much shit and they don't do nothing. All they do is the conflicting imagination of their infatuated life that they want. They want to take another person's life only for themselves. And we have sat here for years. Who's this Aries? Who's this Taurus? Who's this Cancer? Who's this Scorpio? Who are these zodiac people who have been fucking with us? Who has fucking shown but nothing but countless, reckless, and damage and harming and attacking and spiritually abusing the authority of God. Now, I don't believe that I have to go to church to believe in God. God is with us when you have the faith and the spirit of Him. But when you have a bunch of people who believe in the fucking devil and think that someone from God is gonna work with a bunch of people like this, hell no. I don't know what you people think, but your lies about me will always be lies. Because, you people don't know shit about my life. And I'm not about to involve my family with you people. So, as far as I'm concerned, my family is my personal family, and I don't need to be a part of people. And then you people think that I'm going to drag my family into a bunch of people that don't give a fuck about life. Hell no. What do you people think that an empress is? Well, let me tell you what an empress is to me. And the point is that after everything you people have done to me. Don't think that I'm just gonna be a weak woman and think that I'm gonna follow your ass. Now, I'm telling you, I don't want to have nothing to do with this. Fake parents, sisters that are not even my sisters, and brothers that are not even my brothers, and people who have claimed to be co-workers that are not my co-workers or my friends. So I just want to clear that. Well, you people need to understand that I'm not going to take half of my money. What you need to understand, if you think you're going to give me half now and half later, you motherfucking Libra, fuck you. Because you think that you could do this shit all the time along with your boyfriend Aries. Now, you people have went on vacation. You people have taken a resource that was supposed to be given to me. And everything you people do in regards to resources is just thievery. And you defrauded me of my enjoyment in life. You deprived me of my birthright. You have taken everything from me for over 40 years. And now you think that you could come back and think that you can harm me. And, when you face this shit and who you people are, the only person here that could claim I died would be my Lord when I'm ready to die. Now, I'm so tired of people saying, that I missed a bullet. You know, if this shit is really going on behind the scenes, I believe it because you guys are a bunch of evil people who would do things like that. But when you understand is that, you know, God gives the word of when I die and I don't die. What I don't like about you people is you think that you're higher than God. You think you're higher than the government. You think that because you have all these finances and my material possessions and resources, that you're higher than God. You know, God's going to strip you from all that. I'm just warning you that these are red flags, people. And these people need to be identified. And, the next videos, they will be identified. Because a lot of this corruption has to do with us, has to do with the government, has to do with the people, and has to do with all these illegal activities these people have done. I want this bullshit to end, but it might just continue. And I don't give one fuck if it's the holidays. I'm not going to stop because I didn't deserve what you people did to me. And I don't deserve to get half of what you have taken. And I do not relinquish my rights to anybody. And I do not accept any person who has claimed marriage with me that they claim half of what belongs to me. No, that is dissolved because I have never been married to any of you. And I don't plan to. What I plan to is end this shit because I have seen you people to be inappropriate when it comes to relationships. You people think because of what you did and what you stole that I'm going to marry 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. Fuck you. That was your plan since the very beginning. And you know it. Don't you recall the games you were playing before? And you continue. But at this point, this shit is over. And there's not going to be no union. And there's not going to be no reconciliation. And I don't give a shit. Because in the first place, I know I'm royalty. And you people don't understand that, I don't need to be treated the way you people want to treat me. You treat me with respect, and, motherfuckers, you can bow now. Because you know what? I deserve that bow, bitch. And I always will. Remember, Aries, when you told me bow? Oh, you bow, bitch. But you know what? People who claim to want to come in don't come in. Unless you describe who you are. Because I don't give my address to anybody and I don't speak to anybody. So I don't know how you're going to come in. Unless you're monitoring me, watching me, which you have. Because there's been a car parked in front of my place for over a month, 2 months. And I got pictures of it. The truth here is that I'm not going to connect to anybody that has to do with these fake parents, or this Taurus, or this Aries, or this Libra. Nothing. And I'm telling you directly with my voice. And there has to be better circumstances than what you people are doing. Because I want what's personally belonging to me be returned to me. But you know what? I'm going to do it legally. Because I'm not about to fall into your fucking ass traps. If people can't be clear and upfront of what they want from me, then back off. If you people have something clearly to say, make a video for me and give me what you want to speak about. But I'm not about to exchange nothing. All I know is that Aries has stolen artifacts and holding a lot of my stuff. And do you think this person wants to return my shit? No. He's holding scepter, my crowns, and all for what? This person is not, none of these people are going to return shit. And, these people left me with no attorney. That's why I'm going to court for this. Because I will have an attorney, and I know my rights, and I know what my worth is, and I know what my properties are, and you're not going to keep them. And, I'm not going to sit here and repeat myself to people that don't understand or have common sense. Because you people have no right treating people the way you do. And I'm telling you that, whoever this person is in regards to going to court, I have nothing to do with you. I have no family with you. I have no kids with anyone. So why are you dragging me into a fucking court that I have nothing to do with? This ain't a probate court. This is a criminal court that you guys put my inheritance in, which shouldn't be there. But you do remember murdering people, right? You know, and you act as if I was there. I've never been around you people. You people have done everything you can to keep this inheritance from me. I've been here for the last 4 to 5 years on my journey with my sons, and I'm still in a relationship that I've been in for 38 years, and I'm happy. I'm just tired of people thinking I have nobody, and I have a whole entire family. This is a problem with these people. They're trying to force a marriage for kingship and queenship. Now, I'm 60 years old and I don't need to be treated like I'm not capable of my life. And I'm pretty capable. And I have my family who's going to back me up because I've never been with you people. I've been with the person I've been with for 38 years, and I don't bring his name up because I need to protect my family from the kind of people you are. I'm a grandmother. I have grandchildren. And do you think I'm going to allow people to enter my life when I need to protect my own family from idiots like you? And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about certain people like these fake parents, these con artists, people that have been collaborating and working together for such a long time. And the only answer is they wanted me to fall for their bullshit. It goes beyond than just these people. It goes beyond, even to the point of Clarence Thomas stealing property also. It's very, very sad how the government has allowed these people to continue. I don't know what fucking court allows this kind of bullshit. But, they have literally have targeted me because of a title, because of someone fighting for their rights, when I have every right to fight for what belongs to me. I have every right to fight for my father and my grandmother because of rotten people who have taken their legacy and have dishonored it and has treated it like if it's nothing. That's why the ancestors turn over their graves because of people like you. We have gone through too much already. Our country's already, being degraded because of these kind of people. God is with us, and there's going to be a lot said here within the next few days, and there will be restraining orders because I'm not going to tolerate people saying they're going to come in and they have wrongful intentions when it comes to me. I'm just tired of hearing the same crap about negativity with these people, about wishing I was dead, wishing I would die before I get my inheritance, wishing that this would happen before I even get anything. This has been a false court, and this has been a faulty foundation that I never created. And, my intentions are not to return, really. I have other things I want to do in my life, and I'm not about to waste my time with people who don't appreciate or learn how to respect, what business is or what humankind is. This has been wrongfully done towards me, and I never deserved it, and my family didn't deserve it. And as far as I'm concerned, you people are not welcome in my life. And, I don't think I'll be able to see what you people took. It's really shameful how people think playing with a person's life is funny. And whatever you did to me is returned back to you. And I will never forget what you people have done to me in regards to a home. So one thing I'm going to make it clear, don't think that I'm going to live with any of you. Don't think I'm going to follow you people or do business with you. I've made my decisions where I'm going to stay on my own and do whatever I need to get it in a legal way. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off. Because at this point, I just don't understand what this government is proving by having a person come in and without my permission or knowledge, and not giving me proper documentation of where the court is. I do know there's one in Texas. I do know there's a lot of them here in Los Angeles and Florida and Colorado, which, as far as I'm concerned, every document, every probate these people have done is just fraud. Fraud. They don't give a fuck about nothing. I hope one day these people realize what they fucking really have done. I'm tired of people thinking, oh, she's alone. Well, I'm not alone. I have a whole family. And let me tell you one thing. After all the slander, the gossip, the hatred, and the backstabbing of what you did, do you really think my family's going to like what you've done? You people are nothing but trouble and have caused nothing but distress and obsession of a inheritance that doesn't belong to you. Have only tried to control by thievery, and you people, it's over. I don't really care to see you or talk to you, and not until I get what rightfully mine, and I'm not going to settle. I don't give one shit really if it's Christmas or not, because I haven't had Christmas for the last 4 years because of you motherfuckers. And, I'm talking about this because you need to know the truth. And for people to hear the truth. And I don't feel shit for you people. You wait until my attorney gets to you people. Because I'm not going through this shit anymore. I don't care. I don't believe none of you. I don't trust none of you. And I'm not going to do what you people say. This project wasn't for you. You stole my project. You stole my resources. So you keep your little fucking project because your project's nasty. You know what these people expect? I'm 60. I don't want no more kids.
Sorry.
Huh, honey?
You can talk.
I'm done.